China is warning Taiwan that its close relations with the U.S. have put the island in, quote, stormy seas. Beijing accuses Taiwanese President Tsai Ing-wen of almost completely siding with Washington and says the latest drills around Taiwan are a serious warning against the collusion of pro-independence forces and external parties.
当前台独分裂势力不断谋独挑衅，外部势力加紧以台制华，严重损害中华民族的根本利益和台湾同胞的切身利益，严重危害台海和平稳定，严重冲击和平统一的前景。我们为捍卫国家主权和领土完整所采取的一切必要行动，针对的是台独分裂活动和外部势力干涉，那绝非针对台湾同胞。
Meanwhile, Chinese President Xi Jinping is calling on the country's military to strengthen training geared towards real combat. State media says he's inspected the Navy of the Southern Theater Command yesterday. Mr. Xi called for a faster modernization of the armed forces on all fronts and stressed the need to defend China's territorial sovereignty and maritime rights. The Chinese leader's comments come just a day after the military concluded 3 days of large-scale drills around Taiwan in response to President Tsai Ing-wen meeting U.S. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy in California last week. Let's get more now from Olivia Seong. She's joining us live from Beijing. Olivia, how significant are President Xi's remarks on strengthening training at a time of heightened military activity?
Yes, Joe. Well, it's not just what President Xi is saying, but also where he's saying it and the timing of it all, given the heightened tensions that we are seeing. Given the location, let's talk about that first. Mr. Xi is on an inspection tour of China's southern Guangdong province, and he visited the military Southern Theater Command Navy in the port city of Zhanjiang. Now, the Southern Theater Command visit is significant, given that this branch of the military typically looks after affairs in the disputed South China Sea, and we have seen heightened tensions there of late. The military saying that it had organized air and naval forces to track and monitor a U.S. warship recently, which it said had illegally trespassed into these disputed waters. The U.S. Navy, however, saying that it was carrying out freedom of navigation operations. Also, this coming as the U.S. and the Philippines are holding its largest ever joint military drills in waters facing the South China Sea and the Taiwan Strait. We also know that that has angered China, along with U.S. plans and Philippines plans to give the U.S. more access to military bases in the country as well. This also significant, as you had mentioned, that it comes just after China has held those 3 days of military drills around Taiwan, as China's Eastern Theater Command, had said that this was a stern warning in response to Taiwanese President Tsai Ing-wen's visit to the U.S. and her meeting with U.S. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. China continuing its patrols even after those 3 days. This visit by Mr. Xi, perhaps a warning against that. And with this backdrop, we look at what Mr. Xi has said. Remember, Mr. Xi is also fresh off securing a third term as the commander-in-chief of China's military just last month, in which he vowed to step up national security and turn the military into a great wall of steel. And so in that context, we are seeing him now reiterating the importance of strengthening actual combat-oriented military training and to resolutely defend the country's territorial sovereignty and maritime rights and interests, and improving the ability, he said, to respond to complex situations. No specific countries mentioned, but all this, as we know, China has increasingly felt like it's come under pressure and increasing hostility from the external world, particularly from the U.S. and the West.
Ali, just hang tight for a second, because we do want to get your thoughts on another story that Wei Su's bringing to us.